Hey divas and gents, I'm coming to you with my Sunday tutorial and I hope you all you ladies had an amazing Mother's Day. I did have a very good Mother's Day, a whole lot of relaxing and housework, right? Your kids are grown, it's just different. It's not the same. No cute drawings from school, but I did have a good one. So let's go ahead and dive in because there's a few things I wanted to get into. Now, I did have a couple requests. First one, wanting to know what kind of jump rings I use. These are the ones from Michaels, and these are the ones I use. So they're 6mm, and the gauge size, which means it's the size of the wire, that's the circle part, that's what the gauge is. This one is a really good one. It's not flimsy. I do purchase these ones. I think these are $6.99, but of course, you know, I use a coupon. And but this one right here, there comes that many, and I use these all the time, so I always have to have a bunch of these. But this is the one I use, okay? So for those of you that were curious where I get my jump rings and the size and all that stuff, this is it. Second request I had was how do I store my beads? I purchased these containers from Daiso, which is a Japanese $1.50 store. I have 12 bins of these. I honestly need more bins, but I only have 12 at this point, and I have them separated by color. So see right here, oops. Right here, you will see that I have all my whites and my clear. So this took all day because I used to put all my beads in bead boxes. But then your beads, you start piling different kinds because they match, and then you never see what's at the bottom anymore. So this way, and this idea was not my idea. It's my friend Marissa's idea. I seen her when I went to her house to craft, and she did it this way, and I thought it was ingenious. I loved it because everything is separated. So where I have all these cute little baggies, I took out all my beads that happen to be this kind, and I have it in a baggie. Then I have this kind that's in its own separate baggie. Then I have these. So everything is separated and put in their own baggie. So this way I can grab the whole bin if I just wanted to use clear colors, and I can grab the whole bin and everything is separated. And then I have the same with my blues. So this is how I store all of mine. So, oops, I just knocked over all my headphones. That's awesome. Okay. Let me go ahead and trying to pick ones that aren't super heavy because I got some that are really full. So you see here, these are my green ones. So I have, you know, all my green beads separated by baggie, and I buy all these baggies from Daiso. You can get them at Hobby Lobby as well. Michael's, all of the craft stores have these little baggies. And then I literally, it took me a whole day, and I separated all my beads. So this way I always have access to see all the beads I have. And like I said, if I wanted to make something that was blue and clear, I can grab the clear bin plus the blue bin, and then I can take it with me instead of taking a bunch of big old of the little the case thingies. So that is how I store them. So you see here I have 12 bins. I have 6 in the front and the 6 in the back, all separated by color. And then I have one that holds all my metal chains and stuff like that. So that is how I store the my beads. So, and it works perfect. I absolutely love this way of doing it. So I'm thankful to my friend who showed me, and I love it. All right. So that was 2. All right. And then I did have a request. Oops, there we go. To make dangles. These are super simple, but keeping in mind, I have a lot of girls who are beginners or who want to learn how to try, and they're, intimidated, and I want to be able to help those that start out, because I didn't have any help. When I first started out, it was really tough trying to find tutorials, and mind you, this was, gosh, what, 18 years ago? So there wasn't as much out there, and it was really tough to find stuff. So I want to do as much as I can to help. So let me show you some of the dangles, and we're going to dive in. I already have everything prepped and ready. So for instance, here is a dangle, and I have lobster claws on all of them, and then a jump ring, and then I have this one right here has 3, so I have these pretty heart that goes sideways. These are purchased from LA. They're not from any craft store. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. Then we have this way as well. And there's always the jump ring attached to the lobster claw. And then I just have 3 dangles hanging from that. Okay, so that's that one. Then I have this one where it just has a really cute little charm and then a pretty bead. And then with these acrylic little flower bead caps. I love those. And these I purchased from Etsy. You can purchase them from AliExpress. You can purchase them from Amazon, eBay. You can find these acrylic flower bead caps. They're everywhere and they're really inexpensive and they're super cute. So you see right here, just something simple, but yet it's another dangle. So I'm just quickly showing you. Here's a little angel. These wings I believe I purchased from Michael's, but like again, you can still purchase those online as well. So here's one where I used, this is like a really pretty mermaid green type of color because there's multiple shades. So you see I have one jump ring and then I have another, and each one of these are hung on separate jump rings. So super cute, right? And that's just a dangle. And here's another one similar to the one I just showed you that was purple. Oops. So see, something simple and cute, okay? So now let's go ahead and dive in. Oh, and I just quickly made another one of these bracelets. I had leftover beads sitting in a little pile. So I went ahead and I just made another little bracelet with these beads. And these are like the pretty mermaid green ones as well. Super duper cute. So just thought I'd show that real quick. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. And these are, let me turn it here. Okay, so I'm going to use this one right here. This right here was also purchased from LA. So if you find, you can find these at AliExpress, eBay, Amazon. You can look for these type of things. You just have to search for them. So as long as it has the hole here and the hole here, we can make this a dangle, okay? So I already have this really pretty bead, another one from LA that's sideways, and it's like a really pretty blue color. And oh, I didn't even take out my cutters. So I'm always using these same 3. I rarely switch it up, okay? So let's go ahead and start cutting. Oops. And then you keep these. These I keep them because that is what helps me make these. It creates links, so don't throw those away. Okay, now we're gonna get my round. And we're gonna turn it away from us, keep it in, close it, and then turn it to us. And then you have your little circle there. Then we're going to get our pliers with the ridges, which I prefer. And then you close it off, okay? So we're going to do the same thing again. And we're going to create this dangle. So I think what it is a lot of the times is that, I think where maybe a lot of the questions come from is that it's not necessarily maybe how to do the dangle, but maybe getting the ideas of how to, what to use, you know, how to create the dangle with spacer beads, with bead caps, with different kinds of beads. You know, I think maybe that's what it is, like the idea of how to maybe put things together, because I do get girls that they don't know how to mix it. They don't know exactly what it is to add together to make it look right. So it's, and I know it's helpful. I'm a visual type of chick too, you know, so if I see it, then I get an idea, and it's easier for me that way as well. So I get it. Okay, so we just got done creating the 3 dangles. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get one of the jump rings. We're going to go ahead and open it. And of course I'm using my nail. I know, I don't feel like using the other pliers. I don't have the energy. So we're gonna go ahead and stick on one of the charms, and then we're gonna put the bigger charm, and because the second charm right here is the same, we're gonna put it on each side so it balances out. So you'll see right here, this is how I have it hung with these two, and then this one in the middle. Okay, then we're gonna get another jump ring, and then we're gonna open this up, and we're gonna get our lobster claws, and these ones I also purchased from Michael's. You can purchase them anywhere. Okay, and then, oops, and then we're gonna close it off. Okay, and just make sure that it's closed really tight because they can come undone. So see right there was a simple, very quick little dangle. Okay, so let's decide that's one dangle. Now let's go ahead and do a little angel dangle. Okay, so you'll see right here, the bottom part, it looks like a teardrop. So that's the one that is like fatter at the bottom, is going to be the body. Then you have your wings. Then you get the bead that you want to use up top, which it can be another coordinating glass bead or a pearl. And then this time I decided to use a bead cap on top. So you can also do that. I also, when I did mine, you can also use rondelles. This is where you can start getting really, really creative with how you want your angel to look. So see, I have the rondelle up top for the halo, and then this one right here, we just have like a, probably looks like a cute little hat. And then that's your angel. Super duper easy. You just have to have the right beads. That's all it is. It's not that it's hard to do, because it's really not. And that's what I do when I start creating dangles. I just grab everything out. I start, like right here, you see I have an assembly line going over here, and I put them all out, and then I just start putting them together. I don't do them one by one, because that will kill it for me. I don't have the patience for that. Okay, so see how quick that was? It's all a matter of just layering it onto your head pin. Oops, sorry. And then we're going to put this on the top, and then we're going to put the lobster claw. Okay, and then we're going to make sure we close this off good so that we can make sure that everything is snug like a bug. Okay, so here we go. Super simple. Okay, so that's another dangle. Now let's go ahead and we're going to do this dangle right here. So you see right here, this is one of those acrylic flower bead caps, and that's how I have it layered with the rondelle in the middle, a bead cap, this really beautiful bling bead, pearl bead that I got from Hobby Lobby, and then you just layer it like that, so that when you're looking at this, you can see through here, because this goes high up in here. You don't want to leave it blank with just a bead, or else it's going to show an empty space. That's how I feel. You know, I like to look and I see goodness inside of there. So, but it's up to you. My preference is mine, and it's whatever makes, you know, whatever you feel is pretty and good to you. That's what matters. Nobody else's opinion matters. So, this is my take on it. And then, so I always go with how to do these, doing the circles on the metal, because as long as you get this oh my gosh, you can like create anything. Okay, so there's the one done. Then I did two little simple ones where it's just a bead and a bead cap, because I just want them to be small and dainty. I don't want, you know, a bunch of stuff hanging from them. Okay, so like I said, I always keep it like, you know, kind of like a finger width from it, and it's you're gonna get your own style once you do it and know how to guesstimate really, really good as far as how far should I cut. And like I said, it's trial and error. There really is no science to this. It's kind of it's whatever you get a feel, and that's how you do it. Okay. So please don't feel discouraged if you keep doing it and the circle's not coming out all messed up, it's not looking right. You just take wire and you just practice, and that's what's gonna, that's how you're gonna learn. Okay, so let's go ahead and straighten this out. And look at that. We got 3 dangles right there. Now we're going to get a jump ring. We're going to open this up. Okay, and because I did 2 little tiny dangles the same, I'm going to put one on one side, and then I'm going to put the bigger one in the middle, and then I'm going to put the other one that matched the same as the other one, so that they're both equal on the side like that. Okay, then we're going to get our jump ring. And these right here, you can use these to do bracelets if you want to do dangles. These can be zipper pulls. So for your purse, for your wallet, this could be considered a zipper pull. You can use it for your planner on your ring, the ring bound. You could totally do it that way as well. So there's many little cool ideas you can do with these. Now this right here, when I did this one right here, I had used one of these pins that I cut off. I used the bottom part for a dangle, and then this was the left difference. And then I made my own eye pin at the bottom. And the reason why I did that is because I want to hang a dangle from there. So this is the combo that I did with a bead cap, a rondelle, and then a pretty coordinating bead. So then we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut that. And then we're going to get the top part. And how I do my beads, like just, you know, an idea, as I always like to do my beads largest to smallest. That's how I like my beads balanced. So you'll always notice that I have the larger bead, the smaller bead. I never do my beads this way, my dangles this way. I just like balance, and to me this is how it's balanced, is this way. But once again, that is a preference. Whatever works for you. That is my rule of thumb. If you are okay with that, oops, sorry, then that's what you do. Okay, so now we're just hanging the dangle, this little tiny charm, directly to the eye pin. Okay, and now we are going to get this top part and we're going to open it, and then we're going to stick it on to a jump ring. Oops. And now we're going to close it off. Could have just opened the jump ring and did it that way, because I need to open it anyways to put the lobster claw on there. Duh, Anna. Okay, and now we're going to put the lobster claw on. And now we're going to close it off. I swear, I think that my fingertips, see, now I'm going to need the other one, are probably like from hot glue and from doing jewelry and craft stuff. I swear I don't have very much feeling in the tips of my fingers anymore. So you have your lobster claw, jump ring, your head pin piece in the middle, and then a little dangle hanging from there. So there is another dangle. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do this dangle, and we're going to use one of these pieces right here that was the leftover from being cut off, and we're going to create the eye pin part of it. Okay, so you're going to make sure that when you do it, it touches all the way. Open it up, bring it back to you, close it, and bend it. Okay, it's all to look like this, like a little question mark. Okay, now we're going to grab our pliers and we're going to close it off to make sure and straighten it out if we bent it. Alright, and now we are going to use this really beautiful bead. And this was purchased from LA as well. And then we're going to hang it on there. Then we are going to go ahead and we're going to cut this wire. And then we are going to go ahead and do the same. Create the other head pin side, like on this side. And then we're going to close this off. And there is the centerpiece. Alright. Now I already created the dangles right here. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this off as well. And keep the tall one, because those come in handy. Alright, and now we're going to close this off, away, and then open, close again, push towards you. Perfect circle. You see how when you get practice, it just happens perfectly. Okay, so there's a dangle. Now these other two dangles are exactly the same. Alright. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to close it off. Oops. Open it, bring it towards me. And I kind of bring this towards the end and push this way instead of trying to do it this way, because then it's going to make this part look too big. So I always push it towards the end. I'll show you again when I do the other one. I'm trying not to take too long because I really wanted to, you know, give you some ideas on varieties, and I'm looking at the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got 4 minutes. We can do this. Take the top part. Oops. Then we're going to grab a hold of this. And then we put it off the third of the way up. And then we're going to turn it this way, open, and then I come closer. See how I come closer to the end? Then I push towards me. So the small part of that little thing is smaller and not so big. Okay, and it's still open, so we need to close it off. Oops. Oops. Alright, there we go. So now we have our 3 dangles, and we have our centerpiece. So we're going to grab a jump ring. Alright, and then we're going to hang the small dangle right here that's exactly the same as the other one. And they don't have to be this way. You can make 3 totally different style dangles. I just did something that was just a little more simple, just to give you the idea. So you see how that is? And then we're going to put it on the bottom of this one. And then we're going to close it off. Alright, and so you see, there's that part. Then we're going to grab another jump ring. Alright, and there we go. Open it up. Hook it to the top, grab the lobster claw, put it on, and then close it off. Bam. Super cute, right? Super easy, and these are just different styles, different ways of doing dangles. So you see right here, there's 3 different kind right here. So there's no 2 and then 1 and then 2. It's whatever you like. You want to mix the beads up, mix them up. They don't have to be the same color. They don't have to be the same size. It's whatever's working for whatever project you're wanting to work on, whatever creation you're doing. Okay, and then also too, I'm going to do another video after this one showing, because I did have a request on how to do the leather dangle bookmarks for Bibles, books, planners. I'm going to show you how to do that. I was going to see if I could try to fit that into this video, but yeah, that's not going to happen. So I'm going to do another video because I have this stuff on my desk already, and to show you how. Alright, we have 2 minutes. I really wanted to finish this dangle and cut that. And we're going to, oops. There we go, and then we're going to turn this. It's so crazy when you're running against the clock. You don't want to forget to teach or say something that maybe you could help somebody. Good gracious. Okay, there. 2. Oh, I did them all. Awesome. Now we're going to get our jump ring. And then we are just going to put these on. Okay, and you know, you can put these on, you don't have to put them all on one jump ring. You can put them on 3 separate jump rings. In fact, let's do that. Why not? Just for poops and giggles. All right, and then I only have like a minute left. Come on, Anna, you can do it. All right, and then we're going to put this one on, and we're going to close this off, grab another jump ring. If you want them all to be their own separate, totally can do it. And then there's the 3. Then we're going to grab one regular jump ring, because then you got to hang all of them from there. You can incorporate chain from these as well. So you can totally intermix different stuff. Chain, I didn't do chain only because I felt like I didn't want you guys to be like, oh my gosh, how do you measure the chain? How do you know? Maybe we'll do that for a separate. Okay. So see, you can do it that way, where you got 3 of the jump rings onto one jump ring onto the dangle. So see, there you go. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you learned something and that you enjoyed the tutorial. I have a blast doing these for you ladies. You guys are so sweet in your comments. You guys are awesome. I always puts a smile on my face when I know that I've helped someone, or when I've seen your creations. Oh my gosh, that's super cool. So there's nothing greater than knowing you're an inspiration, because none of these are my original ideas, you know, so I'm just sharing. That's what I'm doing. I'm sharing what I see, what I learn. So those are the dangles, and I will come back and I will show you how to do the bookmarks. Have a great day. Bye.